Collective, I'm trying to do individual sign readings, but it's like really, the cards are being really difficult with me. So maybe there's a collective message that needs to come out here. So let's go with that and see what happens. So Spirit, what do you want to say to the collective? Let's get a keyword out here. Memory. I just saw that. Memory with magic. All right. That's kind of interesting. One more. Face your fears. Well, I feel like there's something freedom. Yeah, there's a memory you have, okay? And I feel like it's a memory you don't want to think about, or it brings you some kind of pain, perhaps. Yeah. How does that memory make you feel? Whatever you're thinking about could be a memory of a person, a certain time in your life, a place you worked, I don't know, maybe a bunch of things. But there's something about that memory that you're avoiding, okay, that you're scared. Maybe there's a truth kind of there that you're like the memory wasn't real, or the memory just hurts you too much. I don't know, something like that. But you need to face your fears and whatever it is you're avoiding. Now, this is a general collective message, so maybe it's not for you. It could be for someone else, or maybe it's about the collective at large. But once you face that fear, it's like you unlock something in that memory. It creates some kind of magic here that frees you and allows you to rest, because you're going to gain some knowledge here. Okay, there's something, this memory has something to do with mourning something. I wasn't planning to go through it like this, but they're speaking to me. This memory has to do with mourning something, about cutting ties with someone or something. All right, let's get into the cards and see what else wants to come out. Should I use those or these? Okay, let's use these ones. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. The bottom we have the Queen of Wands. It says the Cosmic Huntress on it. See, I feel like you were hunting in your memories for something. Maybe there's something that you've been trying to remember. This could even be like ancestral wisdom and knowledge. Yeah. I feel like you felt like you were getting really close. I also feel like the memory's coming through to you in a dream. There's something about a dream that you're having, or a dream that's sticking out to you right now. There's something in that dream that is telling you something very important. And of course, the Queen of Wands is associated with magic. You have to be confident here. Your confidence is being called for at this time. Now, the center energy, like what's centering this whole reading, is the Fool in reverse. Well, you took a risk with something, and I feel like it landed you in a very conspicuous place here. Because look at this. The mouse is falling off the clock. Wow. Okay. The cliff. But what does that mean? The mouse is falling off the clock. Isn't there some kind of nursery rhyme with the clock and the mice? I don't know. I can't remember. I don't know. There's something there. And I'm seeing like a grandfather clock with some mice. What's that? All right. Something came out of time. Something was out of time. Yeah. There's something about timing being weird here in this memory. Maybe your memory's out of time. Anyways, the mouse fell off the cliff, or jumped off the cliff, and landed right in the arms of a snake. See that? Okay, so I feel like there's something painful here something scary. Now, this could be something that, what I'm reading here, could be something that actually happened, the memory, or maybe it's how you're feeling now. Okay, it's scary to take that risk. You're scared to land in, well, I heard landfill, land in something dangerous. And it's like this mouse doesn't even realize that he's or she's in danger. So that's what's going on the inside for you. We also have, usually I do the grounding and the crowning, but I guess we're being led to go in first. The only way out is in, is what I'm getting. All right? Yeah, memory, exactly. Okay, so we need to remember something here. The Two of Cups, wow, in reverse, it says the intertwined snakes. It's in reverse here, but here's the snakes that you're falling into. The intertwined snakes. This is getting kind of interesting here. So I'm feeling like there's a few messages. One is that you're scared to fall into this place in you where there's magic, these memories that you have of both shadow and light. See how it's shadow and light there? Two of Cups. Some connection that you had with someone really significant in your life. Could be anybody, doesn't have to be like romantic, could be. But there's something in that memory there, some magic, see, some magic right in the balance there that's waiting to free you, for you to unlock, to use, to free yourself. I'm seeing expansion underneath this, shedding the skin of the snake now, the shedding snake. That's going to reveal the shadow and the light. Okay, so what I'm feeling is that there's some situation I feel like you've understood as holy shadow or holy light, or maybe someone's more to blame than the other, you know, something like that. And your memory, something in your memory wants to show you that there was a balance there of shadow and light. It could be good or it could be bad. Just because you're scared to revisit a memory doesn't mean that memory's bad. You know what I mean? I don't think you have anything to fear. Well, it's telling you to face your fears. You don't have anything to fear here. And if you're in a situation where you actually feel like or you get anxiety, you feel fearful, well, typically when we're afraid, it's because we're afraid of something unknown. Like, what's going to happen? I don't know what's going to happen. So make your reality. You know, plan for something. And for the forces that you can't control, have a plan of how you'll respond to that. You know, if this person does this, then I will go and do that. If this person does that, then I will do that. You know, it's reminding me, and this feels like an extreme example, so this might not speak to everybody, but it is reminding me of like when you go to a women's shelter and you're trying to escape an abusive situation. You're living with someone and they're abusive and you need to go to a shelter, and typically it's advised that you figure out a plan before you actually leave that home, you know, because the chances of violence increasing after you leave an abusive relationship goes way up. So you have to create a plan before you actually leave. Okay, so that's scary, that idea of leaving an abusive relationship. And that fear is often what keeps people in those relationships, you know, and abusers use that fear to control. Wow, this is going somewhere for someone, okay? And I'm feeling a little like the energy in my body too. So when you go to those shelters before you pack up and you leave, or whatever the case is, you come up with a plan. Like, I'm going to do this at this time, or if they respond in this way, this is my plan of action. Like, it's a concrete plan. You go through all of the possibilities. And that not only gives you a safety plan for when you actually want to leave, okay? And like, you have actionable steps, but it also gives you psychological safety, because your fear levels hopefully decrease, because you know there's no unknown anymore. I mean, you can never control someone else's actions, but you can plan for how you'll respond. And so setting that up decreases your fear. And that's one of the purposes for it. And so I know that's not going to speak to everyone, obviously, but I have to, like, someone needs to hear that. Okay? And that could be a metaphor too. Wow, that took like a real big detour. But I am feeling here that your plan, whatever it's about, maybe it's about quitting a job, or I don't know, something else, whatever you're fearful of, like, you have a plan. It's in your memory. You know how to free yourself. Okay, but there's fear is standing in the way here of you remembering your own magic, your own possibility to get out of a situation. Wow. All right. Also, going on within, and I feel it, like, it's very embodied. It's like anxiety in the chest. Okay, the 10 of Swords and the Emperor in reverse. This is it's either a fear of a loss of control, or it's a memory of it. A memory of somebody who was very controlling. It could even be yourself who was controlling towards someone else. Like, maybe you hurt someone else. I don't know here, right? Like, it's going to be different for all of us. Okay, but there's a very controlling, rigid energy here. It says the ruling father, and in reverse could even be a father figure, that hurt you really badly. And that's in your memory somewhere. And you're not wanting to address it or go into that memory, because you're scared of, once you do, what's lying there for you, And sometimes, wow, okay, so this reading is interesting. So sometimes when we have trauma, and this looks like trauma, here it could be collective trauma, but sometimes when we go through traumatic things, well, our body splits from our brain, like our brain protects itself and disassociates from what's going on. And when that happens, you can lose memory of what actually went on, because your brain is trying to protect yourself from dealing with what's going, you can't process what's actually going on. So you dissociate. And I feel like there's a fear here to go into this place of remembering something that maybe you dissociated from. But what you're going to find is that, yes, there are shadows there. Yes, there are painful things there, but there's also light there. There's also light there. There's a key to something. There's a key to unlocking something there. Wow. Now I know why I wasn't able to do those other readings. This needs to be addressed, okay? This is for somebody who's feeling pretty anxious right now, or is witnessing someone else feel anxious. There's also this feeling of losing control. It's almost like losing control to the dark side of yourself. Let me pull out one more of these. What else do you want to say about this? Ace of Swords in reverse. Some of you can't remember something clearly and you're questioning if that memory is real or not. I'm hearing it doesn't matter. Weird. Okay, so I'm seeing the Six of Swords and the Death. It's like, it doesn't, remember it anyways. I don't know. Okay, specific. Very specific. Okay. Never mind. My guides are saying something about like, this is why we put you here to talk about this. Okay, I don't know. But, okay. And that could be a message for you too. Like, you need to process this because you're a guide yourself. Queen of Cups. Yeah. Okay. So even if you feel like maybe the memory is not real, it's still important to face it, okay? Because it will allow you to move past something. It will put an end to something. It will transform something. Now, of course, like, you have to trust yourself, right? And if you're ready to do something like that or not. I mean, like I was saying, our mind protects ourselves and dissociates for a reason, right? So in some cases, it could be better not to remember at all. You know, I'm not a psychologist, so I don't know, right? And it's going to be different for everybody. So trust yourself here. But if you're feeling like there's something nagging you that you want to go back to, or that there's some knowledge and a memory that you want to think about, and maybe it's not as severe as trauma, maybe it's like you're missing someone who really hurt you and you keep trying to push those memories away. There's something here that you need to face. You need to go into that memory. Okay? It's really important. What's grounding you is the Chariot and the Ace of Cups reverse, because you're moving forward here, kind of running on empty, I feel like. Like I'm seeing an empty tank. There's no Page of Cups, yeah. Well, it's not that there's no, the Tower. Well, there's a distrust here. Yeah, Four of Pentacles, that love is something that you deserve and that you'll have one day. You know, it's almost like, well, maybe love is just not for me. Maybe a relationship is just not for me. Maybe I'll turn down everybody who comes towards me. Maybe I'll just close myself up. You know, and that could be a trauma response for sure. But with the Tower here, it's really, I mean, you could go forward like that, but there's something that's not, well, look at this. It's like, here's the Chariot, and you see all those pieces here? They're like blocking the whole vision of going forward. There's like, here you, this is weird. Okay, the Four of Pentacles is holding on. I feel like it's holding on to that mistrust, you know, or that, you know, like love is not for you, or some kind of like feeling worthless in some sense, or like nothing's going to resolve or nothing's going to happen. It's like a difficult feeling. I'm seeing masks with the hidden wolf, Nine of Swords in reverse, like, ooh, King of Swords here, catching that mouse. Look at that. There's like a big fear here, okay? And you're scared somebody's wearing a mask, okay, or that you're wearing a mask, but it looks like a sheep here covering a wolf, the hidden wolf. You're nervous about something. It's causing a lot of anxiety here. So you're kind of staying here in your safe place or whatever this is. But look, it's like as you move forward, you're still up there. You know, you're really not allowing yourself to move forward fully. And, you know, I feel like with the Tower here, it's like Spirit's going to say, okay, well, I guess we're going to have to create some kind of upheaval to shift the collective out of this, or shift you out of this. You know, and I don't feel like the Tower's what you fear. Okay, I don't. My stomach's growling, sorry. See, justice. No, it's not what you fear. It's justice, okay? It's going to bring in a balance. But listen, right now you have magic to free yourself. You don't need the tower to come in. You don't need spirit to do that. Okay, don't let it get that far, because you can avoid it. And if you are the one who is able to navigate this, work through it, unlock your power, then you will feel empowered because you did it. Okay? It's not like something happened and then your life suddenly changed and it was meant to be. No, it's like I decided to do something, and that's why my life is better. You know, that's always, in my opinion, the better way to go. You know, things have happened in my life that have been like tower moments, and they've definitely taken me down a course that I was later thankful for. But I'd much rather look back and be like, oh, I decided to end that, rather than like that situation happened, you know? So try to feel into that sense of empowerment. Whew. I'm hearing everything you need is inside you. The magician. Yes. Thank you. Everything you need is inside of you. 7 of Cups in reverse, to clear out that confusion and the illusions and to take action. Look, once you take action with the Ace of Wands, here comes the Wheel of Fortune. Everything changes. The Great Wheel, you know, things turn. You go into a new cycle. All right, what's crowning you? And what are you feeling, downloading, or blocking your downloads is how I take this position here. Queen of Pentacles. I like this. And the Knight of Cups in reverse. Okay. Give me one sec, because this is reminding me of this image here. Do you trust yourself? You know, are you blaming yourself for something? And sometimes we do need to take responsibility and accountability for our actions, right? I mean, sometimes, always, we need to do that, you know, but we don't need to take all the blame. But I feel like there's a little bit of, you know, with all this cup energy being in reverse here, there's a real closing off of your heart in order to find some sense of security and stability. And trust your intuition. You know, it's almost like you're disconnecting your heart and your mind from your intuition. And Spirit wants to bring that back into alignment. Yeah. Okay, let's get one last message from here. I actually feel like I want to do an extended, because this feels really personal for some reason. I don't know. Somebody needs a message or some guidance right now. So we'll go into the extended and see what else comes up. You know, I'll find out what's going to happen when you go into these memories, or when you unlock your magic and you face this fear. Faith. Have faith. Have faith that the universe is with you, okay? That you are with you, most importantly. You have you. You have your own back. You have yourself. You're there for yourself, okay? You're your best friend. You're your lover. You're your parents. You're everything to yourself. You're never alone, because you always have yourself. Now I'm seeing sex at the bottom here. So for some of you, it has to do with that, but that's not going to be for all of you. Okay? Yeah, there might be some kind of trauma related to that, but again, that's not going to be for all of you. So trust yourself, okay? The magic's in you. The only way out is in. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.